architecture and design for this ceremony that will join Nick and Lizzie as husband and wife. My name is Tim McManus, and as a friend of the couple, it's my honor to lead them through this ceremony, which is truly a reflection of their personalities and the unique bond that they share. This day, this entire weekend is them. And I think I speak for everyone that we're lucky to be here and to share it with them. And we remember those who could not be. Everyone is invited to the reception following this at Reading Terminal Market. The doors will open at 7 p.m. We'll start with a pair of readings from Nick and Lizzie's friends, Rachel Silverman and Brian Kelly. Rachel, please come up.
You can give without loving, but you can never love without giving. The great acts of love are done by those who are habitually performing small acts of kindness. We pardon to the extent that we love, and love is knowing that even when you are alone, you will never be lonely again. And great happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved, loved for ourselves, and loved in spite of ourselves.
This is from The Road by Cormac McCarthy. Lying under such a myriad of stars, the sea's black horizon, he rose and walked out and stood barefoot in the sand and watched the pale surf appear all down the shore and roll and crash and darken again. When he went back to the fire, he knelt and smoothed her hair as she slept, and he said, if he were God, he would have made the world just so and no different.
Before Nick and Lizzie exchange their vows, I want to tell a little story about them and about two traditions, an old one that I learned about just recently and a newer one that I hope becomes an old tradition. I'll start with the new one. My favorite thing that we all do as a group of friends is something I call the Christmas letter. Several years ago, we decided that instead of buying gifts for one another during the holidays, our gift would be to write a sincere letter to another person in our group, the recipient chosen by a random draw. And so one night, every December, we gather at someone's house, we eat a lot of pizza, drink just a little bit of holiday cheer, and we each read our letter out loud to the person we wrote it to in front of everyone. Sounds like fun, right? This had been going on before Lizzie and Nick started dating. And when the holidays rolled around that first year, it was quickly decided that Lizzie should be part of the ritual. I drew Lizzie. Now, the purpose of this letter is to tell your person why you value their friendship, what you love about them, and maybe make a little fun of them. None of that would be a problem today. But when I pulled Lizzie's name out of that hat back in 2018, I had met her exactly twice. So I thought about it for a while, and I realized that sure, I didn't know Lizzie so well, but Nick, yeah, I knew Nick. And I knew that since he had met Lizzie, something had happened. I'd like to read a little bit from that letter today that I ended up writing Lizzie that year. You don't always remember the first time you hear someone's name, but when that name is being said by Nick Carroll, and it's in reference to a girl that he's been seeing, and he's offering it up without anyone torturing him, and then going on to say even more, well, you sit up and take notice. Folks, this does not happen every day. And so, on that rainy summer night, over some chicken fingers at Interstate, Lizzie Sarchik entered my world. I knew it was significant that night that I had gotten her name, but Nick is still Nick, so I had to turn to my source on the inside for more information. Let's call him Mark. He gave me the scouting report. Very cute girl. Used to be in politics. Very good for Nick. Cool, I said. This all sounds really promising. No, he said. You don't understand. She's very good for Nick. It took me until our trip to Atlantic City in September to really see that for myself. Somewhere between pulling up to them canoodling over a Monopoly game on the porch and the late night kiss that we all caught while waiting for our Uber, I got it. Very good for Nick. Lizzie, I wrote, you have to understand my internal dialogue for the first 12 or so hours of that trip. Nick plays board games? Nick allows a girl to touch him? Is Nick enjoying a little PDA? I hadn't known Nick forever, but hey, 6 years is a lot of time, and I'd never seen this Nick. I think, looking back on that letter now, that I knew Lizzie better than I thought. I knew her because I was seeing the reflection of her in Nick. The way she made him better. The way she made him happier. The way that they belonged together. One night, a few years later, I was walking across Federal Street toward my house. As I got close to the intersection with 11th Street, I heard this incredible laughter before I could even see where it was coming from. And then a couple came into the street, arms linked, leaning on one another, looking like they were sharing the best and most private joke. Like everyone here, I know those voices anywhere. Nick and Lizzie were coming home from a bar bingo on a random weeknight, holding some little trinket they won as a prize, and as in love as anyone I'd ever seen. That's real, I thought when they left. To be that way when you think no one is watching, when there's no one there to impress. To laugh that hard just to be in each other's company. That's love. I'd already written about that night when a few days ago, Lizzie sent me the text of the ketubah, the Jewish marriage contract that she and Nick had signed, which contains the promises that they made to one another. It's standing right here, and it will go in their home. Lizzie had told me about this, the old tradition, months ago, and how important it was to her and Nick, to have it in the ceremony. But I didn't know what it said, which version they had chosen, until I opened that email this week. And then I knew exactly where it would fit. It says, our lives are nourished by the truth that genuine friendship is the source of vibrant and everlasting love. We promise to be honest and gentle, anticipating our milestones, celebrating our successes, honoring our uniqueness, and striving to paint the future with confident strokes of kindness. Our laughter, sparking, is our song.
Nick, I love you the most. I know that's something I say to you all the time, but today I want to be really clear. I don't say that to mean that I love you more than you love me, or love you more than anybody else loves you, although I do hope that's true too. What I mean is that at this moment in time, I love you so much that I couldn't imagine loving you anymore. Those are the times when you dance down the stairs on Friday afternoon to announce the start of the weekend. Or after a long day, you come home and give Zebo a kiss on the head, and I truly know how lucky I am. So today, in front of all the people we love, I want to make a few promises to you. I promise to one day eventually learn what exactly a penalty kill is when we go to Flyers game. To continue to spoil Zamboni Rotten, because even though you roll your eyes at it, I know you really love that I do. To always be ready with a playlist as we cross the Walt Whit on the way down the shore. I promise to always strive to be kind and patient and to know when to let the little things go. To do my best to make you smile in bad times, like when the Flyers lose. But also recognize other times when you might need some space, like when the Eagles lose. I promise to always assume your best intentions and to make sure our home is always filled with laughter and love. You are my best friend. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you. And today, I want to make sure that you know that I love you the most.
the moment we met, or I guess really as soon as we started talking about the prices, right? I knew it's something special. I just don't think I realized how special. Whether we're filling empty streets with laughter, yelling one headlight or Bob Thomas songs on the way down the shore, or strutting around the living room to announce the end of every work week. We bring out the best in me, and I think we bring out the best in each other. And so I vow to always celebrate Reality Wednesday, Drinking Weekend, our version of Boxing Day, and continue to find fun wherever we can. I vow to clean the dishes after you cook, to take up the trash you handle the recycling, and to take the drive home from the shore after you get us there. We're a team. We're always going to be a team. We're going to get through life and all its burdens together. I vow to be there for every walk after work, whether it's 15 minutes or an hour or even an entire night. Our time together is invaluable, especially when the day money comes along. I vow to keep slow dancing to the current theme song, but also to get us through career changes or moves or basement flooding or whatever life throws at us. We'll always make the most out of any situation, whether it comes easily or not. I vow to lend a hand or my shoulder or my heart, be there in any way for you. I will try to be everything for you that you are for me. Whether we're the only two on that bus tour to Cliff Jump or awkwardly ordering matching steak quesadillas on our first date, we've always been on the same page. I can't imagine life without you. And I can't wait to continue exploring the world together.
Kim, please hand me the ring. Lizzie, please place your ring on Nick's finger and repeat after me. From this day onward, I, Lizzie, choose you, Nick, to be my husband, to love and laugh together, to trust and be trustworthy, to always seek out the best in you, to learn and grow with you, even as time and life changes both. I vow to support you, push you, inspire you, and above all, love you. Nick, please place your ring on Lizzie's finger and repeat after me. From this day onward, I, Nick, choose you, Lizzie, to be my wife, to love and laugh together, to trust and be trustworthy, to always seek out the best in you, to learn and grow with you, even as time and life changes both. I vow to support you, push you, inspire you, and above all, love you. Nick and Lizzie, you were brought together by your love and your friendship. You were joined as one by the promises you made today, and you exchanged rings that will be an eternal symbol of that bond. In the loving sight of your family and friends, I pronounce you husband and wife. Nick, please kiss the bride.